What's going on? We back. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. One time for the one time we grinding. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button, the bell icon button. And the WBO made Oleksandr Usyk the Super WBO champion. And that basically grants him privileges to move up or move down and be the mandatory challenger of the WBO champion, which he will be moving up to heavyweight at some point if he gets past Tony Bellew in a cruiserweight class that's supposed to be deep in talks. But when he gets ready to move up to heavyweight, him being a Super WBO champion, he will automatically become Anthony Joshua's mandatory. I've been telling you guys that for a week or two now. Some instances of this happening was Terry Flanagan. When he was the WBO 135-pound lightweight champion, he moved up and became the mandatory for WBO belt that was vacated by Crawford and fought Maurice Hooker for that. Demetrius Andrade had got the same privilege from the WBO. So when he was WBO champion at 154, to move up and fight for a vacant WBO title at 160 that Peter Quillen dropped versus Matt Korobov. But he didn't want that. He didn't want to fight Matt Korobov, said the money wasn't right. So Oleksandr Usyk is automatically Anthony Joshua's mandatory once he moves up to heavyweight. And that's their rules. You can move up or move down and be the mandatory to the belt holder. So that's nothing new. That's how Terrence Crawford, when he was the undisputed champion at 140, moved up and automatically became Jeff Horn's mandatory. So this is not something out of the ordinary. It's just something that people don't read about, don't hear about. And that's one of the WBO perks. So, it is what it is. And, Usyk doesn't have to sign to Eddie Hearn to, get an Anthony Joshua fight. And Joshua said he wants to fight Usyk to test his skills, whatever he was saying. Eddie Hearn was somebody he wanted to sign Usyk, and he would have to beat Bellew and then beat the Dillian White and then get a Joshua fight. Well, he don't have to go through that. Unless he wants to tune up at heavyweight, and then fight Joshua, which that's what I would advise him to do. You know what I'm saying? But also, it's rumors that he could beat Bellew and then, fight Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? That Andre Ward will want to take that winner. That's a little inklings going out there. So we might be a ways away from that happening, but when Usyk is ready, as long as he's the champion, still holding WBO champion at cruiserweight, he beats Tony Bellew and whoever else wants to challenge him. When he move up, he'll be the mandatory to Joshua. So I know people like, dang, that's just one of their rules, man. When you read through these sanctioned belt body rules, you learn about the silver, the diamond champion, the intercontinental champion, the interim champion, and that's one of their rules that goes, under the casual fans' nose. And that means he doesn't even have to go through Eddie Hearn, to actually get to a fight, only just through negotiation. But Eddie Hearn said he wants to make Usyk a household name, which, if he beats Joshua, he will be a household name. But that's an interesting fight. I think that's a fight that Usyk probably can win. Because Joshua is so robotic in his movement, and so it's like orchestrated everything he does. But Joshua is a huge, huge man. This ain't him fighting Joe Joyce, and I heard Cali Enigma and Fred from Barbershop Conversation, shout out to both of them. They interviewed Joe Joyce, and Cali told me that Joe Joyce was a really, really big guy. But Joshua is probably bigger than Joe Joyce, and he's more seasoned than Joe Joyce at this point. I know Usyk fought Joe Joyce in the World Series of Boxing. I checked that out, and he was outclassing Joe Joyce, but Joe Joyce don't have that much experience on a professional level himself. So Joshua will be a tall task for Usyk, but I can see him actually competing with Joshua, and I can see him competing with a lot of different heavyweights. Any heavyweight, he got the full work and the skills, but like I said, on pity pat punches, he got to just learn to generate more power on them. But hey, that's just something to look at, and when he moves up, him and Joshua can fight, and I think Joshua's gonna be open to taking that fight. Pretty much Joshua don't have too many doors to go down to. Once he becomes undisputed, if that does happen, I think he reached his goal. He can drop his belts and do what he wants. But until then, if Usyk moves up, he's his mandatory. That fight got to happen. You know what I'm saying? Unless Wilder beats him before Usyk is ready, and then Usyk will have to go see Wilder, and we want to see how that will work out because he haven't said his name yet. But why would you when you still at cruiserweight? So he negotiate with another Eddie Hearn fighter and Tony Bellew. So I'm telling you, it's starting to heat up. I think Usyk will beat the crap out of Bellew, in my opinion. If he fights Ward, if Ward don't get a tune-up, I would favor Usyk again. If I can't see how Ward look, that's just my point of view right there. I know a lot of brothers think Ward can whoop him. and then eventually he can move up. And by the time he end up moving up, if it's still a 2-fight process, hopefully Joshua and Wilder get in the ring with each other, and we get that fight. But if not, you know, he can take his mandatory to Joshua, and he can try to whoop Joshua and become that guy. You know what I'm saying? And he probably won't shy away from fighting Wilder for all the belts. You know what I'm saying? He's a go-getter, and plus he's on the other side of 30. So he really had a rush against time to go get it and make his status legendary, just like it was in the amateurs. All right. But don't forget, we got the new Raw and Cut podcast featuring the Cali Enigma and myself. Check it out. The link's in the description. You just click the link, go through the web address, or download the free app, Castbox app. Sign up with your Google or Facebook account. It's that easy. Subscribe, comment, rate us on there. Definitely appreciate it. We got 9 episodes. Hopefully we can record some more, me and myself. Myself and Cali. Also, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check those links out to the description. Also, I linked the article about this story into the description as usual. Always check the description. Also, if you're into college football or basketball, we got a new channel that's about to be up and running pretty soon. So make sure you subscribe. It's in the description. S1210 College Sports Most Wanted. Continue to subscribe if you haven't. Share. That's very important to help us continue to grow. Hit the bell icon. Won't miss another TBC and more video. And I'm gonna go live probably 1 or 2 times today. All right, that's what I'm shooting for. But it's one time for the one time. We grinding your boy CJ Goodfellow.